Rick's Firearm Academy of Detroit presents Personal Protection Tips. This is a regular ongoing feature that Rick's Firearm Academy of Detroit provides to the community at large. Essentially, it's information that you can learn and use to keep both you and your family safe. Each installment, we dole out one personal protection tip that could enhance your personal safety. If you go to our archive and if you read through all of the suggestions that we have, pick and choose those which make best sense to you, and you could abundantly increase the amount of safety that you experience in your life. Now, before we get to our very next safety tip, I want to have a station identification. I want to let you all know that you are listening to Rick Ector from Legally Armed in Detroit, also from Rick's Firearm Academy of Detroit. If you like this feature, if you like this personal protection tip, I invite you to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our channel, watch a bunch of videos, like all the videos, and make some comments. Let me know what you thought. Give me some positive feedback, and I will endeavor to do an even greater job going forth in the future. Okay, so now we're going to talk about this personal protection tip. And this personal protection tip is entitled Personal Safety is Best Achieved with Good Decision Making. If one desires to be as safe as possible, he should cultivate the skill of making wise decisions that minimize his risk for being selected for victimization by a predator. Any course of action regarding his participation in any task or activity should be analyzed for relative risk. The variables that should be scrutinized are the applicable environment, the people who frequent it, and the events transpiring there. At the very minimum, one should at least consider the worst case scenario. Just because one has the ability or the opportunity to legally do something or go somewhere does not mean that it should be done. For example, I come across many people in my travels who tell me they are not going to alter their behaviors even if they may not necessarily be safe, such as going to an all-night Coney Island restaurant or going to a gas station in the wee hours of the morning. Doing so is certainly legal, but not necessarily prudent. They rationalize that they understand the risk and have consequently equip themselves to deal with any trouble should they arise. Alternatively, I steadfastly believe and espouse that avoidance is the best tactic. Accordingly, if I believe that a particular venue is troublesome or may harbor unacceptable risk, I just avoid it and the potential problems that are usually present. Whereas I feel confident in my personal protection skills, I understand that there are no guarantees. To be succinct or terse or brief, the best defense is one that you do not have to wage. Moreover, even if a person lawfully prevails in a conflict, he will still have the baggage of being arrested and investigated. I have long ago reached the conclusion that the enjoyment of consuming chili cheese fries at 3 a.m. does not overcome my shadow costs of sleeping in my own bed instead of a block of concrete in a holding cell. Making good decisions is not tantamount to being overcome with paranoia about all the bad things that can happen. Rather, it is a simple analysis of the costs, benefits, and possible consequences of one's actions. Some activities and associations are simply not worth the time lost and potential aggravation if things go south. Once again, this has been another crime prevention tip, another personal protection tip from Rick Ector from Rick's Firearm Academy of Detroit.